Hey guys, Master Egg here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so we're over here on the stream. This is recorded on the early stream on Friday. I'm not sure what order these will go up in, but we're checking out the 50% supports that are getting their EZA on JP. The EZAs come out next week. We're starting off here with the physical Gohan. So he is, of course, the super physical support. I think his only 200% team is the Beast Gohan team. Well, Beast Gohan. But I thought we'd give him a try here. We didn't get Gohan on the first rotation, the Beast Gohan. But with the 50% supports, the main thing to keep in mind is remember it's going to be weird calling them the 50% supports anymore, because they actually give 60% if it's to their specific typing, right? Which for Gohan is super physical. Because he gives physical types 3 key, 10% attack and defense, and then 50% attack and defense to super physical. So super physical get 3 key and 60% attack and defense. Then they get 50% attack and defense per key sphere obtained, additional attack and defense 20%, and chance to crit 10% per physical key sphere obtained. Change all key spheres to physical when HP is 50% or less, and there are 2 or more superclass allies on the team, once only. But obviously we're running a full super team, so if that does happen, we'll get that to orb change. Guards all attacks for 4 turns from the start of the turn, with another 3 or more physical allies on the team. So obviously we do have, if we include both the Gohan leads, we have 4. But even if they weren't going to count, right, we do have the Trunks and the MVP 17. So yeah, we'll see how we get on here. Now we are guarding. We start off with 127k defense, which is obviously nothing too crazy. He doesn't share any links with Trunks either. Man, that's wild. And there's like no orbs available. That's really disappointing for the first turn here. But what can we do to resolve this issue? I guess we could just put you there for now. Do this. Oh, there we go. That's a bit better. So let's grab these. Okay, so there you go. Now he has 429k defense and obviously has guard. And now the big difference between all the 50% supports is the super attack effect. So Gohan's is greatly raises attack, which is an infinite stack, does supreme damage and high chance to stun. So as the event goes on, he is just going to hit harder and harder. So let's do this. But yeah, these guys having guard for the first few turns is really, really good. Because some of these guys, the major difference between all the supports is their super attack effect. As far as I'm aware, their passives are all exactly the same. I don't know if Minato is still in chat and can confirm. Because is it even the, like, they get the extra crit chance with the same type orbs, and then they get the guard for 4 turns. Because that was the way they were before EZA, right? Where their passive was just exactly the same. And then it was only their super attack effect that was different. So yes, Minato can confirm. So really the major difference and the things that will set them all apart is their super attack effects, and then obviously just who the character is and the team that they're on is obviously going to make a big difference. But yeah, super physical definitely has some very strong units. I mean, like Trunks here, if we had a good rotation for Trunks where he was getting a lot of links, it would obviously be a very good setup. I'm going to have to just get one of the Gohans floated here. I only brought this guy on the team because he actually shares a lot of links with the support Gohan, but obviously it's kind of neither here nor there now. Yeah, it's weird the private server has the strange like color scheme. I don't know why it is like this, but yeah, is it Vigelis? I'm sorry if I said that horribly wrong. It says good morning from Greece. This is the first one that we're trying out, so I mean, he had a decent amount of defense after we picked up the orbs. I guess the problem is with any of these guys, if they're not raising defense as part of their super, then obviously they're then what we see at the start of the turn is what we get, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but alright, so you share any links with Piccolo? We do. We get power bestowed by God and Brainiacs. Okay. So that puts us at 146 start of turn. We can just grab all of these here. It's a shame there's no way to maneuver around here to get any of the other ones by putting Piccolo in slot 1 or something. But I mean, go ahead and do this. So that puts us up to, yeah, 500k. So he's at 500k defense with guard. So obviously, you know, in this freezer event, it's not one of the tougher events, but he'll just be tanking for double digits in slot 1, which is really good. In fact, let's leave. I think we'll probably one-turn this phase, but we'll try and leave some orbs just in case. But yeah, Gohan with the guard. Now, obviously, his next appearance, because it's guard for 4 turns, so his next appearance, he won't have guard anymore. And that's where these ones that aren't going to be getting a huge amount of defense on Super could potentially start to run into some issues, because they get a lot of stats from picking up the orbs, as we can see, right? Like, 8 orbs is not a crazy amount for a unit that is also orb changing, but, like, 500k defense with no guard. I mean, if he has type advantage, which he does, of course, over bosses like, you know, Fusion Zamasu, he will actually tank Fusion Zamasu, like his AoE, which, you know, just throwing out examples off the top of my head. Chances are you're not going to be still in the AoE Zamasu phase if you've already got to, like, turn 5. But even without his guard, that means he'd be able to tank decently well in that phase. But then, of course, once we get into the physical phase, 500k defense, no guard, like, he'll tank normals okay, as long as Zamasu hasn't supered yet, but after that it becomes a bit dangerous, and then of course supers, you know, are clearly just going to tear him to shreds. So the AGL Gohan's only here because he shares links with the physical Gohan. In fact, I should have brought up his link partner list, but the major downside to this physical sword Gohan is that his link partners, he has no good link partners. His best link partners, and even then there are only like 4 links, are units like physical Ultimate Gohan and stuff like that, like the old one with the EZA, or like a free-to-play Ultimate Gohan. And that's the only downside, is his links are actually shocking. So, alright, let's see. Now we can get 9 orbs here, but because they're not physical, we won't be getting as big of a buff. He shares all in the family, at least, with this Gohan, which does give him some extra defense, but like, if we were playing the game, if we weren't doing a showcase, because I want to keep Gohan on rotation, this would be such a great turn for the physical LR Gohan, because we just do this. Piccolo would just pick up all the orbs in slot 1, give everyone some extra ki. Then all the physical orbs would drop down, and we could get those for Gohan, who'd be getting a couple of links active and 50% support. And then this guy in slot 3 would just kind of have to get whatever orbs we had left over for him. But yeah, so for now we'll do this. So we can get 9 orbs. They're not physical, so we don't get as much of a buff. But we're still up to 424. And considering we have type advantage against this freezer, we should be perfectly fine. Yeah, not great orbs here, unfortunately. But it is what it is. What can you do? And he's going to get supered straight away. No guard anymore, unfortunately. But I mean, he's got type advantage, so 84k, 5.3. Because remember, he's stacking attack, but unfortunately with attack stacking, it's not exactly the hugest increase. We haven't really seen any particularly crazy attack stats from him here. But I really wanted to see a turn where we could get, because we had to fix up our rotations at first. This is the Gohan that we had to float off originally. But this Gohan has the potential to get up to some pretty nice attack stats with this Sword Gohan on rotation, right? This is 60% support. And then Piccolo in slot 3. I think this Piccolo's had basically no build-up, but it's alright because Frieza's already super attacked. AGL Gohan is great for EZAs. Yeah, that AGL Gohan, the superhero one, for like a free-to-play unit, he is decent, but he's obviously nothing like too crazy. I mean, this Gohan's not really getting a lot of build-up, but, you know, he's the off-rotation unit, so we don't really care. Sad that we're going to have, like, we could have potentially stocked up a decent amount of physical orbs here, but we're not going to be on this phase anymore. Rildo definitely is a good addition for GT bosses. We're going to do a bunch of these videos, right? For each of the units, we're going to try and pair them with, or at least put them on a team with, a unit that will significantly benefit from their support. So this Gohan, and then obviously like the Sword of Hope Trunks as well, having a bunch of extra support would be really good. Rildo will be interesting because of the AGL LR Omega, who of course is going to come out on Global potentially next week. But GT bosses, Extreme AGL, like that could be very, very interesting. Here we go. This is the rotation I wanted finally, but I really don't want him to super in slot 1. Because yeah, this guy, as I said, not the best when it comes to links, but he shares 4 links with this guy. This is the only reason I brought him on the team, basically. So we've got 134 start of turn. See, now realistically, I want to get these for this Gohan so that he can actually get the key that he needs. But do you have prepared for battle? You don't know. Why is it with all these Gohans having the weirdest link set? Alright, so this is 5 orbs. This is a pretty bad turn if you think about it for an orb changer. And we'll see what he's up to here. So that puts him to 344, which is like okay, but he would take a lot of damage from a super. The Gohan at the end, I don't know how good he's going to be here as well. This could be a bit of a scary turn. We could die here potentially. Yeah, Gohan at 7.7. It's a bit of a shame we couldn't get this Gohan built up a bit more earlier on, but yeah, I think this is the one downside to Sword Gohan is his lack of links. Because you think about teams, you've got like Hybrid Saiyans, Goku family. Like there's some of the teams that he could go on where there are loads of really good physical units. God Goku. But like I say, the LR Ultima Gohan, of course, is his only 200% leader. But if you were to run like a God Goku team that was Pure Saiyans and Hybrid Saiyans, oh wow, we lived that because we have so much HP on this team. If this Gohan could actually tank normals, of course he can't. But yeah, I think the biggest issue is going to be the teams that they go on. So this Gohan not being on the 200% teams, not a huge deal, right? You can definitely get away with running units on a 170 lead in certain events. But we look at the teams that he's on. Hybrid Saiyans, obviously there's some good physical units. We use some of them in this one. Goku family, got God Goku, Kid Goku still, Path to Power, who can be very good. The combo of them together would be good, right? Path to Power, Kid Goku giving everyone damage reduction for the turn, and then this guy giving everyone 60% support, or at least the super physical units. Earthbred Fighters, it's not exactly very super physical heavy, although of course Earthbred Fighters does just include every Goku. So you could easily bring like 20 Third World Tournament Goku, and then a bunch of physical Gokus and this guy. Bond of Parent and Child obviously is a massive category as well that has a lot of physical units on it. So this Gohan definitely could be interesting, but I think the biggest issue is going to be his link partners. In fact, for the end of the video here, let me actually get up the link partner menu. So physical Gohan, I can't show it on the screen, but so his best link partners are only 4 links, and it's that free-to-play superhero Gohan that we used, the free-to-play costume change Vegeta and Bulma from like the 7th anniversary, the AGL World Tournament Super Vegito, and the AGL I've forgotten his name now, Tarball, the AGL free-to-play Tarball, and then Int free-to-play Ultimate Gohan. And then we drop down to 3 links, and even then it's units like B-Pan, Version Z Goku, Chilai, randomly. But in terms of like strong super physical units, there just aren't really that many. So his placement as the character for super physical is kind of weird because of the teams that he's on. But some of the other ones definitely going to be a bit better suited to those mono teams. But yeah, for the first couple of turns, he's definitely good because of the guard, right? So in some shorter events, he could still be very good. But yeah, once his guard runs out, because he has no defense raising on super or anything like that, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get him to be good. But, you know, Gohan, let me know what you guys think. Super physical, And we'll go ahead and jump into the next one. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.